When we discuss wealth and grandeur, we often think of modern magnates like Elon Musk, who makes cool electric cars and rockets, and Jeff Bezos, the boss of the big online shop, Amazon. They have tons of money, right? But hundreds of years ago, there was a king named who made even these modern billionaires look like pocket change collectors. His name, Mansa Musa. The land of Mali, situated in West Africa, was blessed with vast riches, a gift of nature. Mali was a dream come true for any ruler, boasting immense gold mines. Places like Bambouk, Bouré, and Galam were more than just regions. They were golden treasure troves. Mali's soil was such that tales whispered of gold nuggets, simply waiting to be collected. Before the time of Mansa Musa, the empire's economy was already flourishing. Mali was strategically located along the trans-Saharan trade routes, facilitating trade between North Africa and sub-Saharan Africa. While gold was the primary commodity, Mali also traded in salt, cola nuts, and slaves. Let's go back to when Mansa Musa was a kid. He was born in 1280 to a rich family in the Mali Empire. Even though he wasn't the oldest child, he quickly became the favorite of his dad and the people because he was so smart and charming. He learned about Islam and studied lots of things like law and history. His intelligence and charisma soon made him the apple of his father's eye and endeared him to many. As a young boy, his thirst for knowledge was evident. He immersed himself in the teachings of Islam and dabbled in diverse subjects, from law to history. The seeds of leadership were sown early in him, and his promise was apparent to all who met him. However, destiny's path wasn't straightforward. In 1312, tragedy struck as his father passed away. The empire faced a dilemma: who would wear the crown? Initially, his elder brother ascended the throne, but as time revealed, he lacked the acumen to lead effectively. Seeing the chaos and the empire's potential decline, Mansa Musa stepped up, ready to guide his people. The mantle of leadership passed to him, marking the beginning of one of the most illustrious reigns in African history. When Mansa Musa took the reins, the Mali Empire was already an economic powerhouse, but under his leadership, it scaled unprecedented heights. While gold was a dominant factor, it wasn't just the metal itself, but how Musa leveraged it. Mali was sitting on a gold mine, literally. Places like Bambouk, Bouré, and Galam were rich gold sources, with estimates suggesting that at one point, Mali might have been producing up to half of the world's gold. Musa instituted policies ensuring the empire's monopoly over the precious mines. Traders from Europe, Asia, and other parts of Africa flocked to Mali, filling its markets with a potpourri of goods in exchange for gold. These weren't ordinary markets but lively trading hubs, reverberating with the clamor of various languages and cultures. Beyond gold, salt was another crucial player in Mali's economic game. Mines in Tichit and Tagaza produced slabs of salt, which were then transported on camels' backs across the Saharan trade routes. In 1324, Mansa Musa embarked on his famous Hajj, the pilgrimage to Mecca, becoming no ordinary journey. Historical accounts speak of a procession that was breathtaking in its opulence. The 60,000 men accompanying him included soldiers, officials, entertainers, and servants. Musa's caravan had nearly 100 camels, each bearing up to 300 pounds of gold dust. Mansa Musa was extraordinarily wealthy. To put it in perspective, he might be worth $400 billion today. Upon arriving in Cairo, Musa's caravan was already the talk of the town. As he settled into the city, his propensity for charity became evident. He generously handed out gold to the poor, gifted notable amounts to scholars, and offered it as tokens of appreciation to city officials and the elite. The streets buzzed with tales of the African king, who seemingly had endless reserves of gold. However, the unintended consequence of his generosity was a glaring example of the economic principle of supply and demand. The vast influx of gold into Cairo's economy led to hyperinflation. Suddenly, gold, which is typically rare and valuable, became common. Its value plummeted as the markets were flooded with it. For traders and goldsmiths used to a stable gold market, this sudden devaluation was calamitous. Prices soared, commodities became more expensive, and the local economy was in turmoil. During his pilgrimage, Mansa Musa saw advanced cities, beautiful buildings, and famous schools from other parts of the world. These experiences deeply impacted him. He was so inspired by all the knowledge and culture he saw that he wanted to bring the same to his own kingdom, Mali. To do this, he invited talented people like teachers, builders, writers, and artists from the places he visited to come to Mali. Many of these experts came from Andalusia and other parts of the Muslim world. When they came to Mali, they shared their skills and knowledge, helping to make Mali a center of learning and culture, much like the great places Musa had visited during his journey. While he had many achievements, Mansa Musa wasn't perfect. He ruled strictly according to Islamic law, which might have been tough for some people. He sometimes favored certain groups more than others, and this led to some problems. But overall, he is remembered for his generosity, his vision, and his efforts to make his empire prosperous and culturally rich. After Mansa Musa's passing in 1337, his impact continued to resonate through the annals of history. Not long after his death, Musa was succeeded by his son, Magan I, but the details surrounding the transfer of power, whether it was smooth or marred by political intrigue, are also not entirely clear. The lack of detailed records regarding such an important figure's death illustrates the challenges historians face when reconstructing the past, especially for periods and regions with limited primary written sources. While the Mali Empire continued to thrive for some time, it couldn't sustain the same degree of prominence and influence it held under Musa's reign. Over time, internal challenges, combined with external threats, led to a decline in the empire's power and wealth. Though the specifics of his death remain a mystery, Mansa Musa's legacy is undeniably prominent. He left behind an empire that was rich not just in terms of gold, but also in culture, education, and faith. His name, even today, is synonymous with wealth and influence, a testament to the mark he left on history. As the pages of history turned, Mansa Musa's legacy continued to inspire African leaders who followed in his footsteps. His story remained a symbol of the region's rich history and potential for greatness. From Mali to the wider world, he became a representation of the continent's enduring contributions to humanity's progress. In contemporary times, Mansa Musa's legacy endures as a reminder that leadership comes with the responsibility to positively impact the lives of others. His journey exemplifies the importance of using one's influence, be it financial or political, to spread kindness, create connections, and promote cultural enrichment. As we reflect on the life of Mansa Musa, we're reminded of the timeless lessons his story imparts. Whether we're leaders, scholars, or individuals striving for personal growth, his legacy encourages us to reach for greatness, to channel our influence for the betterment of society, and to never underestimate the power of compassion, diplomacy, and education in shaping a brighter future. Thank you for joining us on this captivating journey into the heart of history. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tales of remarkable individuals who have shaped our world. Until next time, remember the legacy of Mansa Musa and the profound impact one person can have on the course of history.